Block of 3rd Street North around 1 o'clock this morning and found smoke pouring from the roof and the top floor of a 3-story multi-unit home.
Crews say there's significant fire damage to the 3rd floor and smoke damage throughout the rest of that building. No one is reportedly injured, but everyone who lives there has been displaced. Investigators now looking for the cause.
Right now on your fast track as well, a suspect on the loose after driving his car through the Fargo Marathon cycling race course as athletes were competing. Just miles from the cyclothon finish line, a driver in a stolen car went around the barricades, over a ditch, and then into the path of bikers.
Police say 40-year-old Vernon Houle took off when they tried pulling him over. They've since found the stolen vehicle, but they're still looking for Houle himself. And as the Metro preps for a jam-packed week, racers are urging safety ahead of this big event.
I was just really hoping that nobody got hit, especially on a bicycle. That's not the way they wanted to end this ride.
Contact Fargo PD if you have any information on Houle's whereabouts.
2 dogs attacked, another shot dead, and a woman who tried to intervene being treated for injuries. It was a frightening time in a Grand Forks neighborhood last night. A woman on the city's south side was taking care of a friend's pet when it attacked and killed her own dog and then turned on another one of her pets. She tried to break up the fight and was then also attacked.
When police got there, the aggressive dog broke a steel catch pole. It escaped the building and was then running around the neighborhood. Officers ended up having to shoot and kill that dog. 2 people in the neighborhood came forward telling police that that same dog had also attacked their pets recently, but that no one had reported it. Grand Forks voters say yes to a school referendum. Unofficial results showing nearly 2,900 voted for the plan, while 1,500 voted against.
The school board was asking for $79 million to tear down the old middle school and then build a new one. It also includes funding to improve security throughout the district. The deal is basically done on legalizing marijuana in Minnesota. Conference committee members agreed upon a 2-pound possession limit and a 10% tax rate.
That bill now needs to pass both the full House and full Senate again before going to the governor's desk for his final signature. Meanwhile, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz has already signed a bill bringing the state one step closer to eliminating lead pipes. The $240 million effort passed with bipartisan support.
The new legislation gets the state part of the way to throwing out lead pipes across the state entirely, but more investments would be needed to totally get rid of that problem.
Time now for a look at our storm team forecast as we send things over to meteorologist Lisa Green. Good morning.
Good morning. It is another hazy start with wildfire smoke in the air yet again. This is our view. You can see at the top of the screen here, there's that sun looking small and not very bright with gray skies surrounding that here this morning. So our air quality, it's been improving throughout the show, which is good. We are looking at it coming down, just tipping over the into the moderate category for air quality, just over 50. So that puts us in that yellow category, which means those of us who are extra sensitive to it may be noticing it this morning. So that's good that at the surface, at least the air quality isn't terrible, noticeable, but not terrible. It's aloft right now that we've got that wildfire smoke. And unfortunately, we do have a cold front moving through, and that can tend to mix down some of that smoke that's aloft. So we could see our conditions worsen today. Something to keep in mind if you are sensitive to wildfire smoke. Here's a look at what conditions here that we're looking at this morning. Fargo, hazy sunshine, but sunshine at 60 degrees. It's 51 in Grand Forks and Thief River. And in Bemidji, we're in the 40s there at 47 degrees. Detroit Lakes 52 and sunny, and Devils Lake 59. And as we take a look at your radar and satellite map, I mentioned the cold front. Well, we're seeing some showers and thunder showers west of Bismarck that have been developing, and gradually this will move eastward. So we'll see increasing rain chances and thunderstorms heading into the day today. But conditions are going to be pretty warm out there. So, and I know we've got at least one spot, the splash pad in West Fargo, that's opened up. So we're bringing back the pool cast. Maybe your backyard pool is ready to go. Good day for that, with temperatures getting into the upper 70s to some low 80s. Just keep in mind, we do have that haze. And as we get into this late afternoon and evening, we'll have to start watching out for that chance for thunder showers. Make sure you're checking your VNL weather app. And then that chance for rain does continue into Thursday as well. So a couple of days where we have some shots of rain, and we're cooling down significantly. 60s by Thursday and Friday. That's going to feel, I don't know, maybe a little colder cold for some people at this point since we've been warming up so much lately.
You know, I almost dropped off my kiddie pool at Jordan's this week.
You know,
It's a true story. He was working outside on his flower
was.
beds, and I about dropped that sucker off and blew it up, the whole thing.
good time for that. With temperatures getting well into the 80s lately, I mean, it's been several days. That's summertime pool weather, and we've got it again here for today.
Yeah, we love that. Okay, Valley Today pool party. You heard it right here in the kiddie pool. Lisa, thank you this morning.
In other news, a group of concerned citizens calling themselves, quote, West Fargo TAP, says they've now asked for an external investigation into the city's finances and personnel turnover.
However, they claim that the mayor and the commission are ignoring the requests, and now the group says the situation needs the attention of the North Dakota Attorney General. This comes after the city of West Fargo incorrectly charged some properties for utilities, resulting in a loss to taxpayers of more than $1 million in revenue. City officials tell Valley News Live that all identified errors have been corrected and the lost utility revenue does not impact your property or sales taxes.
We've also learned some of the city's staff was fired because of those errors, but the city says they cannot comment on those matters involving personnel. A Fargo man who pointed a loaded gun at police is going to prison for nearly 5 years. 40-year-old Sean Larkin of Fargo will serve 57 months for being a felon in possession of a firearm and ammunition. In
September of 2020, police stopped Larkin's vehicle for a suspended license. He then fought with officers and pulled a handgun from his waistband. He pointed it at police but did not fire. Authorities were then able to subdue him and take him into custody. We have a traffic alert for you this morning on Interstate 94 near Downer, Minnesota. Westbound I-94 near exit 15 will be temporarily closing today, starting around 9:30 this morning. It will last about 2 hours as crews inspect the overpass bridge at County Road 10 after it was hit by a semi.
Drivers will be detoured near Barnesville to Highway 9 and County Road 10. The I-94 eastbound exit and entrance ramps will remain open, but westbound County Road 10 motorists will be restricted from crossing that overpass. All westbound traffic on County Road 10 must exit at the I-94 interchange instead. And a heads up for a lane reduction in North Fargo for the rest of this week. Westbound 1st Avenue North will be reduced to 1 lane between 4th Street and Broadway starting today. It will last for at least 3 days. A crane for a building remodel will be parked in the roadway. Hundreds of students from NDSU, MSUM, and Concordia have all crossed the graduation stage in the last couple of weeks, but all of those higher education institutions are now reporting that their four-year graduation rates took a hit.
The Valley Today's Nishay Taylor is live in our newsroom this morning to explain why that's happening as she dug into the numbers. Good morning, Nishay.
Good morning, Jordan and Ashlyn. The institutions are reporting that their graduation rates took a dip due to academic disruptions brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, this year over in Moorhead at MSUM, its graduation rate is at about 55%. And at Concordia, the graduation rate is typically in the upper 60th percent, but many students took on a 5th year. And there's about 46% of students that started out as freshmen and completed all 4 years at NDSU. NDSU's provost says the graduation rate has been rising, but the institution is looking at other ways to help it keep going up.
It's just really important that students today, and probably always, need support navigating higher education. So we want to just really meet students where they're at.
Well, NDSU's provost says they're meeting students where they're at by initiating a new academic advising program to help students stay on track to graduation. Now, both MSUM and Concordia are taking similar strategies, but Concordia is now requiring students to report midterm grades. Reporting live in the newsroom, Nishay Taylor, Valley News Live.
Yeah, incredible statistics there. We're really glad that you could dig into that story for our viewers this morning, Nishay.
Thank you. Reporting live in our newsroom. And thank you for joining us here on the Valley Today. The Today Show and CBS Mornings are just about to start.
Yeah, we always appreciate your viewership. Thank you for hanging out and having some fun to kick off your morning. We'll see you guys next time.